Mario, which I think is his main, but he's been trying Pyra as well on previous matches. So I'm interested as to what's going to happen. I don't think he's going to risk bringing such a new character against us against such a well-known competitor such as AlanDiss. We know that his Snake is no joke, and he has no room for error if he wants to bring this set home. We know that AlanDiss is extremely effective, very methodical, and so calculated when it comes to the placement of his traps, of his projectiles, and we've seen that throughout this tournament run that he's putting out. Now, I haven't had the pleasure to see Axem Chriz on this stream so far, but the fact that he's here definitely proves that his Mario is also very, very, very dangerous. And just like that, catching AlanDiss's regular getup with that insanely well-placed forward smash for a really, really early stock with only 10% to his name.
And the thing is, look at what he's doing right now. Axem Chriz is actually going ham with these options. And one would think, okay, like he's not doing it in a safe way. No, every single one of his approaches has been weaving around the options that AlanDiss has been throwing out. AlanDiss, one of the competitors recognized by extremely good Snake players such as MVD, such as other Snake players, because I don't know a lot of them, bro. But the thing is, he's been recognized by them, and you see Axem Chriz acting so well against them. It's only natural that he's arguably the top player within Chihuahua, possibly only arguably against Stronghold. Shout out to my boy Stronghold, because people, I'm repping Chihuahua right here, right now. And here we go, AlanDiss with 137%, but on his second stop, and Axem Chriz within the third one, already in red percent. And the thing is, oh my god, he broke the cypher with the forward air. He broke the cypher with the forward air. Impressive knowledge, impressive gameplay, matchup, everything right there. Axem Chriz seems totally in dominance within this matchup.
Axem Chriz had two choices, or two options there in that situation. It was either a spike or the Cypher getting destroyed, and either or was a good choice for him. So insane recognition for him. The relentlessness that Axem Chriz is showing up, it's not stopping. He's going the ladder. He's going for the ladder all the way up and almost confirming there with the spike, trying to two-frame AlanDiss there. It's a complete mayhem. He wants blood. He's going all the way down, trying to punish every situation, every opportunity that he gets. He wants to go for the spikes. He wants to go for the hard reads. He is conditioning AlanDiss into just staying back and trying to stay alive, because he's struggling a lot to get close to him. To get away from him, because Axem Chriz is just going in, chasing AlanDiss down all throughout this match. Even though AlanDiss is putting all of these barriers, Axem Chriz is weaving and bobbing all around them, punishing that last stock of AlanDiss with an insanely well-placed backer. The boot to the face.
Was Gintoki's computer that exploded into a bajillion pieces, but we back because haha, Zawardo. Anyways, we're going straight back into the match right now, and it seems like Axem Chriz is immediately starting with the relentless offense right now. Jesus, it seems like he understood the game plan within that first one. And you see what I was mentioning before the stream fell is that Axem Chriz is, you see right now that he has a lot of matchup experience. He knows when to enter and when to leave out of Snake's range, and that's the thing. A lot of people that don't know how to play against Snake, that's precisely the downfall. Snake is one of those characters that can and will break you unless you know how to play around him. And obviously, with the matchup experience that he has here in Chihuahua, such as people such as Lord Benitez and other Snake players from here, such as Ra and Coffee, you know that he has that matchup experience. Shout out to all the people from here from Chihuahua. And here we go. It seems like we have a match right now.
I have to agree with you. The fact that Axem Chriz is doing a phenomenal job at just going in and out at the right time and place. It's just what separates good players from even greater players. Like it's just insane how well he's spacing himself, how patient he's being, but also insanely aggressive. And I think this is exactly why it's paying off so well to be in this particular set. Beautiful catch there from AlanDiss, catching it with a patada guajolotera, the big donkey kick, as my man Toon Laguna calls it. Insane up tilt there from Snake, making it really hard for Axem Chriz to recover. I think AlanDiss needs to do a little bit more of this, like try to catch Axem Chriz's landings, and I know that's easier said than done, but it's something that he has to definitely try to invest a little bit more on, because Axem Chriz is just going in with no brakes. He's just a bus with no brakes, and he's heading straight toward you. So he has to be very careful. And in this case, AlanDiss has to play the patience game a little harder than Axem Chriz, because the aggression is not being reciprocated. It's just a back and forth, and just like that, Axem Chriz finally getting AlanDiss' first stock, even though it's a little late because he's very close to kill percent. Let's see if he can capitalize on this second stock, or if it's going to allow him to do anything about it.
You see, the thing is, it's right now it is back and forth, but it's within stocks, and this is something very similar to the previous game, where it was Axem Chriz the one that had the advantage and really didn't let the balance tilt within the favor right now. And you're seeing now right now AlanDiss understood the aggressive options that Axem Chriz had within the first one, and then understood the assertivity that he has, landing that back air off of the fact that he exploded right there, and understood that maybe he wasn't going to air dodge. He wasn't going to panic as the way that other players tend to do. It seems like he's understood the mindset. It seems like he's doing his best in order to finally be able to close that gap that first game was extremely evident. And right now, this is the sign, like you mentioned, of a top player. Adaptability. And God, when AlanDiss adapts, he adapts. He is impressive. He is relentless. He is a one-man army, dignified of maining this super solid soldier.
Yeah, as you mentioned, AlanDiss is finally waking up, and just like that, the grenade, right? That was a grenade. Beautifully done. Perfect timing for AlanDiss. They're getting that an insane stock, even though Axem Chriz was inches away, centimeters away from surviving that because of Kalos Pokemon League insanely high ceiling. That a grenade made sure to finish off the job. And as I was trying to say, AlanDiss is finally waking up. You could see how dominant he was throughout this match overall, and he had a full stock of a lead, if I'm not mistaken. Axem Chriz, even though he still tried to do the same thing, he couldn't concrete a lot of kill options to get stocks as he did in game number one. I don't know if this is because of the stage or what specifically, but we clearly saw how AlanDiss had an insane lead in this game number two. Now we're going to game number three, and I would love to see a little bit more of the same. We had the big brain plays from AlanDiss there, catching him with I don't know if that was an accident, but I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt, knowing that he did it, that was calculated. So AlanDiss taking a beautiful final stock on that game number two. And for game number three, I really don't know what to expect, Dio, because these competitors are just on another level.
Listen, if it works, it ain't a misinput. If it didn't, it's a misinput. That's always the logic.
Agreed.
You never refute that. It's always intentional unless it doesn't work. Then it wasn't. That's the logic that every single player in Smash has. Yeah. And if you don't respect it, you're doing something wrong. You're going to miss out on clips. By the way, hi there, Yeet Smash. You're probably going to be clipped or something like that. But it seems like within that grenade, they could possibly be that grenade that shattered the crystal of Axem Chriz's psyche, and that's going to be a problem. Right now in winners quarters finals, the psychological game right here is indispensable to have in tip-top shape. And once you see that it's starting to break, you have to exploit it, either coming from your opponent, and if it's your opponent, the one that has the exploitable mindset, you know you have to go all in. But if you start to recognize that you're going down with the ship, you have to do your best to get it back on float. And that's what I'm wanting to see right now coming from Chriz, because honestly, Final Destination is not going to give him a lot of space to avoid the projectiles, but it's also not going to give Snake a lot of place to be able to get out of his disadvantaged state. And right now, Final Destination, I think, is honestly a little bit more neutral than a lot of people would give it to be. But here we go, starting off with this game. AlanDiss 48%. Given already to Axem Chriz, while this is a little bit more even than one would expect. And here we go, Axem Chriz, here we go, starting with the raw back airs off of a grab, and once again starting with the offense, and wow, immediately starting off with the impressive percentage right there. It seems like we're having a bout of not only players, but of wills.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Final Destination could be considered more neutral-based depending on the matchup. That's the kind of pointer that I would like to add, because in this case specifically, it thwarts a little bit of Axem Chriz's ladder combo potential. The strings that he's so very well capable of bringing out, it's just going to hinder that. But it doesn't matter if he gets the right reads, the hard committals, just like that. He gets a stock with that beautiful forward smash out of nowhere, and even though he's really close to kill percent, he's still getting pressured by the ledge with that Nikita following him all the way back. But instead, Axem Chriz doing a phenomenal job at recovering there and barely avoiding all of the traps that AlanDiss is putting out, making it really hard for him in order to do something, but finally catching him with that grab into the tilts. We know that Snake can be super devastating when it comes to the pressure that he can put out by the ledge. So he did a phenomenal job there. And now that AlanDiss is a bit of on a back pedal here with almost close to kill percent, it's going to make it increasingly harder for him in order to regain the composure that he might have lost by missing those, by losing that stock really early, and also missing on those edge guard potentials and situations that he found himself into.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, right now, Axem Chriz is starting to adapt even more to the adapted game that AlanDiss has. Now he's going for slightly more offensive options, knowing that even though he is getting blown up by the grenades, he knows that he's placing himself in an advantage state. And the thing is, that's something that you have to understand, that sometimes playing aggressive after playing defensive can be extremely well. But the thing is, AlanDiss immediately catching. You can't hide. You can't escape from that Nikita at all, because Snake will track you down. He's extremely smart and will understand every single one of your trajectories. And here we go, AlanDiss with the offensive, but is immediately stomped down, more like heads up, with that up smash. And here we go, 21%. This is a lot more even than a game would imply. But the thing is, within this matchup, it's very explosive, and I'm not trying to make any puns with Snake's grenades, all the explosives that he throws out right there, but honestly, it's more of a player-based matchup than a character-based one right now, because regardless of all the options that are being thrown out by both of these players, they have answers that normally wouldn't be orthodox per se of the character's stereotype. Mario being more of a rushdown, playing more defensive options, and Snake that is known to be able to wall you out, just keep you out, saying, no, 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 you're not coming in unless I say so, is right now is going a little bit more on the offense. I dare say hyper offensive, but this is AlanDiss and Axem Chriz's play style. It's definitive of these players right now, and we're seeing that right now within this tense game 3, because honestly, you see the seconds pass, you see the damage go up, and it seems like they're not trying to touch each other, but right now they're fighting. It's a battle once again of wills, of willpower. Up smash not going to be enough to connect. 126% trick. It seems like right now it's a one-hit game, and it doesn't even matter. Looking like Linkin Park over here, because Axem Chriz